Warning: nothing stated in this video should be considered as financial advice. Trading in the stock market or trading crypto should be done cautiously. If you or anybody you know is considering investing, seek advice from a professional. Trade at your own risk.
So, how did a broke 20-year-old in college start investing? I think a lot of people overlook investing. They see it as this extremely complicated thing, but in reality, it's nothing special. Most people overlap day trading and investing. However, these things are very different. Investing is when you allocate a certain amount of your money towards assets, like property, stocks, bonds, etc. Day trading is where you down a fireball for breakfast and then watch the world crash around you on your 6 monitors. To give you an example, here's Apple on NASDAQ. As you can see, it's doing pretty shit. But if I click this button here, big difference, am I right? Now, I could bore you with all this stock market mumbo jumbo, but I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to explain to you how to invest. I'm here to tell you why I invest. And maybe some of this information can help you for whatever reason. All of this started when I was, I think, 10 years old. I remember being interested in the market after watching that episode of Dilbert. I also would ask my Nana what those numbers on CNN were. And before you ask, yes, I was 10 years old. Hell, I was probably younger. I know, I was a weird kid. I would wear ties to school. A decade later, I'm now 20 and I talk about the stock market while playing Call of Duty. Normalcy went out the window eons ago. Anyways, so where does this lead now? One of the worst things I've been told by my family is saving. Saving, well, fuck you. I feel like it's important to mention this because I've been saving since I was like 16, 17, like actually saving, not like, saving as in I'm putting money into a piggy bank. I mean, like I had a savings account open and, all that money is essentially gone. Like it hasn't stayed. I never knew what an IRA was. I never knew what high yield meant. And by the time I turned 18, I only had a checking account and a savings account, which basically translates to nothing happened. See, I knew about the stock market. I generally knew how it worked, but I never used it to my advantage. My father tried explaining it to me, but he's, for lack of a better words, a bad teacher. Like, don't get me wrong. I love learning about making money as much as the next guy, but throwing a copy of Rich Dad Poor Dad isn't gonna stick compared to a shit post. Still a good read. For the last couple of months, I've been more active in the market. I have a brokerage account with an IRA or TFSA because Canuck. I also have crypto because why not? Honestly, investing is a risky business, but I live rent-free with my parents, so I don't go back to school till September, so I have no excuse but to use this time and make money because with all those fallbacks, the reward heavily outweighs the risk. Honestly, the only risk I made was not doing this sooner, which I didn't do because, well, I'm a freaking idiot. Honestly, after researching and also trading in the market, my perspective on things has changed a lot, on inflation, wages, etc. All of these could be circumvented, in my opinion at least. Minimum wage in Ontario is $16.55 an hour. Add taxes, unemployment, pension, you're looking at $13 to $15 an hour. Now, you could complain and say that the minimum wage should be raised, but doing that could have other consequences, like raising prices or cutting back on staff hours. And I know these are things that happen because I have a regular job. And, things like this have happened to me before. And look, I get it. McDonald's is a shitty company that sells crap food at premium prices. And their employees are paid shit for having to deal with Hobo Joe and Crackhead Carl. If I was working at McDonald's, I'd say fuck it, throw 20% of my paycheck into a trading account and start buying shares of McDonald's. See, instead of raising the wages, McDonald's takes their extra money and they give it out as dividends to their shareholders. Now, you could bitch about getting fucked over by this international billion-dollar corporation not paying your dumb ass, or become a partial owner and get a raise every quarter. I know it's not that simple, but like I said, I'm just here to entertain. Now, as of this moment, I have a couple of shares in BlackRock. Also, I have coins in Ripple, Lunar, Cardano, etc. I'm not heavily in the crypto game, and honestly, I don't recommend it. It's not like I have thousands of dollars in it, though. It's like less than $100, give or take. I also, at this moment, have a watch list pulled up. I have Tesla, Novavax, Intel, AMD, Nvidia, Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, and Coca-Cola. I don't trade penny stocks and I don't trade any meme coins. I try to trade into like actual companies that would make you money. And when it comes to like investing, at this moment, I'd say I'm pretty active. Like I'm active in researching, I try to wake up early in the morning and I'm pretty much reviewing the market almost daily until 4 because, that's when the markets close and then right after I'm on my way to work. This week's been pretty bullish, lots of fluctuation going on and I don't have a lot of money to participate. And if I did have that kind of money, I would probably sell a lot of my growing stocks and buy a lot of stocks that are going down. General rule of thumb is stock goes down on bad news like Microsoft's outage, I would probably want to buy that, right? And maybe later, they come out with some AI shit or maybe a new Xbox update, and then I'd start selling because the stock would start to grow. That's a basic explanation. Plus, like I said, these are companies that are just bound to make money. Big tech companies, pharmaceuticals, food and beverage, stuff like that. I also want to take this time to say, do not listen to TikTok investors. Like, I don't know if you've seen The Wolf of Wall Street, but if you did, then you know the story. Honestly, TikTok is a cesspool of pump and dumps. Like, I don't get my advice from TikTok. I do research on the company, I check the news, check the watch list. I also trade in companies that are like guaranteed to make you money. Like, I'm not buying into some unknown tech company based in the Midwest, because at that point, you're just playing Russian roulette with your savings. I know that's rich coming from me, like a guy who does buy crypto, but like I said, I don't have a lot of money in it, and I also don't have a lot to lose. Like, I hear horror stories where people lose their entire life savings because their Bitcoin wallet got hacked, or like they got scammed into some crypto pump and dump. Like, if you're using your life savings, I'd say always put your money into index funds like the S&P. At the end of the day, I'm not here to convince you of anything, but if anything I've said has made you rethink investing, then that's good. As always, I encourage you to be safe and be smart with, what you do, and like do your research thoroughly. I also know a lot of people started trading during the pandemic on sites like Robinhood, but I do not think that's a great way to start investing, in my opinion at least. But I think now with like the housing crisis and everyone being financially insecure, it might be a good way to, circumvent that, at least for me. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Also, if you want, you can subscribe to the main channel where I post highly edited gaming content, which, this is not really that edited that much, except for the intro. But yeah, thanks for listening.